Hey, America. It's time to talk to the 419 with your host, Detroit Don. Super Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to Northwest Ohio, Southeastern Michigan, to all over the planet. This is Let's Talk to the 419. I am Detroit Don. Welcome to your Tuesday show. So much going on right now with the coronavirus. Ohio almost on a lockdown. The country almost on a lockdown. We will talk about that and much, much more, along with Mo, next here on Let's Talk in the 419. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube. We are live right now, or doing it on YouTube. We're taping it for Facebook a little bit later on. And what's going on right now is the coronavirus. Of course, that's all over the news. It's everywhere. It's all you're going to hear for probably quite some time now. But that's okay. It's okay. It's all good. We want to calm it down a little bit here today and talk about what exactly is going on in the country. I know yesterday we talked about, what the coronavirus was, how it got here. And right now let's talk about the calmness of what we need to stay pretty calm here in the U.S. and around the world. Actually, when we're here in the U.S., see, here in Ohio, I'll tell you what, if Mike DeWine, the governor of Ohio, would be president right now, I would feel a lot better. Because he has done an outstanding job here in the state of Ohio. I mean, an outstanding job. And he continues to just come out and say the right things, do the right things, and just hats off to Mike DeWine. Hats off to you, buddy. So, Mo, how you want to say? Mo, how you doing today? I'm doing all right, man. How you doing, Don? Doing better. The voice is making a comeback, but still gonna, excuse me, eat 10,000 crop tops before I go to bed and 20,000 while I'm up. So, but we're gonna figure it out, and it'll come back sooner or later. This is Northwest Ohio, and what do we say? The weather changes every 5 minutes. The weather changes every 5 minutes. So, where are we at with the coronavirus here on your Tuesday? And first of all, happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. I know everything's kind of locked down. The bars here in Seatown are locked down here in Northwest Ohio. And so if you're home, and you should be home, just go home, grab you, drive through, go to a six-pack, whatever, go on home, and enjoy this day with your family. But what's happening right now with the coronavirus? Or should I say, what is the calming part about all of this? It struck me earlier, and it really did. It struck me earlier when I was at the news conference on Channel 11 here, local station, WTOL, and shout out to them. And it kind of struck me about, they were talking about how many people would actually die here in the United States of America if the precautions wasn't taken so soon right now. And the number, I'm telling you, it knocked me for a loop. I didn't realize this. I kind of didn't realize it, but kind of put it back there with Star Wars and, the fantasy movies that you watch on TV. Excuse me. But it's real. It's a real thing. These are real numbers. And they're talking over 2 million people would die with this disease. 2.3, $2.4 million or million people. Could have been less than that. I don't know. But just absolutely amazing, the numbers. Imagine 2 million people dying in the United States of America. Where are we going to bury 2 million people? That's why your bars are getting closed. That's why your restaurants are getting closed. Sporting events have been canceled. We don't need 2 million people dying in the United States. And you may think to yourself, you may ask yourself, that's okay, Don, Detroit, hey, it's okay. Because nobody in my family's going to die. Really? Really? You believe that? If 2 million people in this nation died to the coronavirus, you're going to tell me, straight-faced, that's not going to affect you and your family. Now, it may well very not affect you. Affect your family. It may not. But there's a better chance of that happening than you hitting the lottery, my friend. So yeah, you take this serious of what's going on. They don't just close the friggin' school system down because this is something that's not serious. Now, earlier on my Facebook page, I did put a survey on there. Producer Mo here. Yeah, man, no, it's my fault. Yeah, it's my fault. It is. Put a survey on the Facebook page talking about, do you believe this? Do you not believe it? Do you think this is Trump just trying to get reelected? Yada, yada, yada. A, B, C, D. Is a political ploy, what have you. And it's kind of split down the middle. People are still not believing this disease will take your ass out. People are still not believing this will kill you and your family. And it's ridiculous. It hasn't peaked yet. I know we haven't seen people dying in the streets yet. Well, I started this episode talking about we're going to be calm, and I'm out here screaming. I'm sorry, people. This is Detroit Don's Calm. This is my way of calming you by yelling at you. He yells at me all the time. No, I don't. Most of the time. Okay. But yeah, that's a horrific number. 2 million people, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of shame. You want to talk about mass grave sites? Now, we haven't seen these numbers anywhere in the world. We haven't seen 2 million people die from this any other country. Italy's taking a big hit right now. It has been. China took the big hit. Things have happened, and we have not seen, hundreds of thousands of people pass away. And what we're doing here in the nation is staying calm, as the president's trying to say. And let's face it, the White House, they didn't take it serious either. When it first happened, excuse me. When this first happened, this was not taken serious. And how could you? 2 million people? I mean, it's not a nuclear bomb. But the fact of the matter is, you see, I'm dying over here. The fact of the matter is, it's kind of like a nuclear bomb. Because we don't know when it's going to happen or what's going to happen. We got an idea when it could happen, but we really don't know what's going to happen. Have we done enough in America to make this scale that number down? Now, closing the country down is the next step. Could that happen in the next couple of weeks or days? Who knows? Excuse me. Testing is absolutely the most important thing we can do right now. I mean, testing is it. Testing is where we're going to find out where we are. We must test. We don't have a choice right now but to test, and test. It's really all we have going for us right now as far as putting these numbers together to see what exactly could happen here. We're going to play the blame game with this a little bit later on, down the road. Right now, we want to try to save people's lives. But when the blame game comes around, it's going to come out of China, where it came from. When the conspiracy theories are all said and done, somebody could get nuked over this. If this is proven to be intentional, which it very well could be proven to be that way, World War III, to say the least. Now, I don't want to believe, I just don't want to believe that it was that way. Nobody wants to believe it was that way. We don't want World War III. But the bottom line is the bottom, and this is the, right now we're just trying to save lives. Right now we're trying to do what we have to do to make sure that 2 million people, that point, does not reach here in the United States of America. And I have to say, Don John's done a great job. Not at the beginning of it, but in the past few days, he stepped up. And some people say, well, you know what? He has to step up, Don. He's the president of the United States. And I would have to go, yeah, you're right. We see people going to stores, and I'm guilty of this myself. I'm not going crazy. I did buy 2 loaves of bread, which was like, wow, why am I doing this? Is your blizzard coming? I bought a little bit of toilet paper today. But I'm going to be prepared to have things in my house that I can't get outside to get it. It's already here. Don't worry about it. I'm not going and getting 15 carts of groceries. I'm not doing that. First of all, I got nowhere to put 15 carts of groceries in my apartment. And if I could, I still wouldn't do that. That's taken away from other people who need it. And if you can afford to do that, hey, I'm going to tell you something, people. If you can afford to go to the grocery store and get 15 carts of groceries, why don't you share them with people that cannot do that? If you can afford to go spend $1,000 at Walmart right now buying turkey bait, why don't you give some of that meat and whatever potatoes or whatever you're buying, the 100 pounds of this, the 100 pounds of that, give 10 pounds to somebody who can't do that. Maybe there's an elderly person on your block that can't get out of the house and don't have the money to stock up. Help that person out. Hey, there's an idea. This voice is killing me because I'm a talker. I love to talk. I love doing this show. I love being with you guys every day. But I've had this voice off and on for almost the past year. Yeah. Well, I won't say a year. Excuse me. I won't say a year, but pretty close. We're going to get into controlled weather big time next week and the week after. Well, actually, probably not until April or May, because we want to see how this this virus comes out of this, how we come out of it. But the weather's controlled, this ain't helping things. Here in Toledo, Ohio, God bless the city, God bless Toledo. The low is 32 and the high 60. You think you're going to get sick from that? Yeah, I think you're going to get sick from that. And people walk around every day, well, it's a normal thing. No, it's not. They have convinced you that it's normal, but it's not. It's far, far, far from being normal. When you're told something in your life over and over and over and over and over again, you tend to believe it. So we'll get with that eventually. But what we have to do right now is, as I said before, let's stay calm a little bit here. I know I'm yelling and stuff like going crazy, but let's stay calm a little bit here, and let's just be, let's just look at, investigate this whole situation. Keep listening to the news reports. Keep following this. Don't get behind on it. Information is the key here to keep you alive. We need to be informed about this to keep us alive, to keep us healthy. If we do that, which we should be okay for now. So, Mo, Tuesday show? I know, man. Hump day tomorrow. Hump day tomorrow? We'll see what's happening then. But we're going to keep following this thing, and hopefully we'll be okay here, and we can work this all out. If you like what you just heard, please subscribe to us. Let's Talk in the 419 here on YouTube. Appreciate it. Have a great day, America. Is it? This has been Let's Talk in the 419 with the OG Drake Dad. Who's choking to death? And we'll talk to you soon. Take care, America. God bless. Take it back, Mo. Bye, Mo. What's it, mate?